conference rival going into courts. And do we tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark, and back in Utah, foul. Burke dishes to Anderson. No one around him, and a miss there on the triple. For the Houston Rockets, they come into.
I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team.
I know. I mean, I'm with you there. It just seemed as though they were sleepwalking their way through that entire game. It was, in my estimation, just inexcusable.
Here we go, attack. Here we go. Get a good look. Good look.
The pass to Burke. It's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. The Rockets have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Harden the pass to Scott.
Good look. Let's get a good shot.
Rebounded by the Jazz, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
When you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, and they did that in that game, it is just not going to be your night.
No, it's certainly not going to be your night shooting that poorly. And so often when that happens to a team, it's hard to get out of that funk once you get into it.
Dante Exum, he's checked in for Trey Burke. Houston's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out, looking cold from outside. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, the head coach for the Jazz gave me a few moments to catch up with him. In the first meeting, he said that he didn't feel his team was as sharp as they needed to be in their offensive sets, and that is what cost them the game. He told me if we can take care of the ball and execute in the half court like I know we're capable of, it puts us in a much better position to win against this team. Let's see if that's the case.
Thank you, Doris. Do you guys think their shooting will play as a
high-quality chances?
Which means they need constant movement off the ball and crisp passing. I mean, that's the way you get good looks.
I got shooter here. Here we go. We're going to push it on the miss.
And the first one drops.
They just haven't been able to find an answer for Matthews. He's already got 9 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's I got shooter here. I got to get the rebound. Got to get it.
Jazz leading by 4. The forwards are Hayward and Favors. Deron Williams out there with Alec Burks, and it's Muscala in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
Well, that's a great pass by Deron Williams.
Scott, good. Scott's got his first 2 points of the night. The Jazz shooting around 41% on the night.
Get on Williams.
So here's Burks. 11 points for him in that last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. And against the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Burks has got the lead back up to 6 now for the Jazz. And Beverly kicks to Scott. Scott missing again.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Nobody near Williams. Off target from outside. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Decker, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Hayward, left side. And Utah again with the bucket.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Scott missing again.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Favors with a screen on Beverly. And Muscala kicks to Burks. Off target with the open look. Rockets trail by 6. Pass to Beverly. This one for 3. And he hits it from deep. 3 points there from Scott. Scott's got 5. For Utah, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Burks. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And that one is good by Beasley.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
What are you doing?
And so he earns a trip to the line.
Down.
Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Utah.
And they've made an effort to get to the line here in the first half, guys, and it's starting to pay off.
Another thing they've been able to really get going so far tonight has been the three ball, the long-range shooting.
The Jazz making a switch here. Burks is checked in. Laverne, he's checked in for Houston.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Scott.
Get going.
Scott missing again.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Fires the three, and Darren Williams good for the three. And it's a 7-point Utah lead.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Scott can't get it to go. Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Trevor Booker comes in for Michael Beasley. Brewer is checked in for Decker. And it's Scott in for Patrick Beverly. And how about a look at a few of the hottest players in the NBA right now, the top scoring shooting guard. James Harden is second.
And this is the cream of the crop at the two-guard spot. I mean, strictly in terms of their scoring ability and the ease with which they can overwhelm would-be defenders.
And that's exactly what they do, overwhelm you. This is an aggressive attacking group. Each one of these guys is a one-man wrecking crew offensively.
Now, here's Exum, defended by Scott. Pass to Lyles. Now the feed to Burks. It's good from long range. Burks has got the lead up to 14 now for the Jazz.
And, fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number one.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
A nice shot by Exum.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the back.
Look at that jam.
Wow. Moving.
I mean, just beautiful.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Here's Burks. Brewer grabs the board. Rockets trail by 14. Here's Scott. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Scott's got 12 points in the game.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
From deep three-point range, and that's not going to go. And that does it for the first half of play. It's the Jazz up by 15. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, James, throughout the first
Okay, listen.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities. And also
a different look for you. Checked in for Mike Muscala. Dante Exum comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Darren Williams is subbed in for Burke. And so in the game for the Rockets, Scott in at point guard. Brewer is out there with Booker. Then it's Devin Harris. And it's Laverne in at the 5 spot.
Move it.
very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Booker with it. Favors picks him up. The drive by Scott. The shot misses. So Utah will take it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotaged them. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
And stolen by Scott. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Laverne.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Williams dishes to Favors. Doubled by Scott. Hayward passes to Anderson. To the middle. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Anderson. And 12 points for Williams.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And stolen by Favors. And now Hayward pushing it up. No one back to stop him. A nice shot by Exum. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Jazz.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
The dish to Favors. It's rebounded by Houston. Booker's got his 6th rebound on the night. Trying his luck deep. Cannot hit. Nice D from Williams. Utah leading by 11. Here's the 3. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 6 assists in the game.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Harris kicks to Booker. Right back with their own three-pointer. Booker's got 7 points.
The rapid fire.
But it all worked out for him.
What are you doing?
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Favors. Averaging 12 points, 8 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
The first one falls.
What a game for Favors. He has 9 points and 5 blocks. Excellent defensive presence on the glass and delivering some of that shot blocking skill, too.
He has really just owned the paint. Well-rounded performance.
Lyles checked in for the Jazz. Burks comes in for Darren Williams. And a switch here also for Houston. James Harden, he's checked in for Harris. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors really delivered. He dropped in 24 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
All right, Doris, well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with him.
Help out Harden! Help out Harden! Harden!
Shoots a 3. Scott missing again.
Oh, he has just struggled here offensively in the quarter.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Over the last 10 games, as we look at the Rockets, this is how they compare to the rest of the league. 3rd in rebounding, 6th in second chance points. And they're a top 10 shooting team from the foul line. Pretty good company for that team.
And you look at their ferocious rebounding. They're imposing their will, and you can see the results. Their physicality is yielding tremendous dividends.
Harden kicks to Scott. That's tipped, and they get it back. Harden dishes to Scott. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Scott missing again.
Kevin, not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score. Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin. Check out the game for Exum. Yeah.
Burke with it. The forwards are Hayward and Favors. Pairing up in the backcourt.
Trick tonight, boy, they have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Shot clock at 5. Decker kicks to Scott. Shot to stop the drought. Favors with the rebound. Favors got rebound number 8 now on the night.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
The drive by Scott takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
Now here's Burke. Not a lot of room. Doubled by Scott. Kicks it to Burke. This one for 3. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Back to Scott. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted. And really, I like the movement and communication there.
Burke with it. Scott's there. Burks can't get it to go.
The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And then Favors with the dunk.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Wesley Matthews checked in for the Jazz. And the foul called on Freak. And so it's Utah easily grabbing.
Well, Derek, you guys hate
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derek Favors. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
His play tonight, Ernie, was finally a bright spot.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal and Kevin Harlan and the